Hello, 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 and welcome to this special Thule challenge stream. I'm Yen, and with me today is Stebby.
Hello. How are you guys doing?
So, Stebby, you didn't make it past. Well, you made it to the semifinal, I guess.
Well, it was a hard-fought battle to get to the semis, but it just bested me with that completely out of the blue electron proton bomb that no one could have foreseen was going to come.
Yeah, and for our viewers, this was a challenge where I issued a list building challenge where I presented a limited list of pilots for each faction that you could choose, and each of the other hosts then built a list. Finally, they attached what are they called again? Environment card to
Mm-hmm.
it, um, and and then the point was that the list that got first player got to play its environment card to sort
Yeah.
of. But otherwise, this is sort of player order set at the start of the game. Both have built to 200, but in order to do the little thing with the environment card, we're not going to use road or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So a bit of a funsies. Do you want to go through AIDS list? I mean, you're quite familiar with it.
Yeah. Well, it is flying the Galactic Republic, and he decided to pick the best pilot in the game, Swoop, a pilot of 1,000 juices. With him is Tucker, who is rocking the proton rockets and munitions failsafe. Then on the three V wings, we have Contrail with R7A7, the crit bot, Alpha 3F Esk, which means that he can choose to shoot it as ions. So if he can crit you, he's basically ioning you. Oddball with R4P44 and the Esk thing, and then two Shadow Squadron escorts, both with dedicated delayed fuses and the thermal detonator, basically the Besh config with thermals, which is probably what you usually see the V-Wings with. Overall, this is a fairly interesting list. It has a lot of tricks, and perhaps the biggest trick is that Ayat has flown this list exactly once before. That's when he beat me.
Yeah, that's one time more than Gisli has flown his.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and the limited things that Aid chose to use was swoop and contrail.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so the list building challenge involved a number of ships that we had to use. I used four out of the five that you provided me, but I should have gone the same way as these two guys
yeah,
and just picked like the least bad ship or
yeah. They mean
least.
they mean max min maxed harder. Well, I should
Yeah.
say that Aid was given a list of five, but he was sort of forced to choose swoop, as we
Mm-hmm.
talk so much about it on the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Uh, I got Target Lot actually is saying here in the chat. It would have been fun to see a list just made out of oddballs. Now that that
That
would have been.
that would have been a special kind of fun. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
on Geesty's side, he is flying Certric Strom with passive sensors. That's a tie advance that you
Mm-hmm.
can spend your target lock in the end phase to flip over a face down card.
Yeah.
Leaning into that, and that was on the list. Leaning into that, he
Mm-hmm.
added Saint Marana with marksmanship.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Basically saying can at any time during dice modification can if she has a crit, she can cancel on dice results to put a face down card under the shields.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good way to set up for Surtric. Then we have Double Edge in Gisli's favorite ship, another one from the list, which is an aggressor. Um, oh, now they're pinging the
Oh,
thing.
starting my clock.
Oop, stream time started
And
also. Yes.
yeah,
Um, Double Edge also has some ability. I have no clue what it is.
they've paused the clock. Let me
Uh,
just turn it on for them. There we go.
Okay. Well, Double Edge has some kind of ability. I honestly do not remember what it is. Predator, Ion Cannon Turret, Ion Missiles, and Munitions Failsafe, and then free Scimitar Squadron pilots with Cononets. So a lot of control in Gisty's list.
Hmm. Well, I can confirm that Double Edge's ability is after you perform a turret or missile attack that misses, you may perform a bonus attack using a different weapon.
Oh yeah, that's why he has both turret and missiles.
Yes.
Um, Apart from that, we are playing the special scenario, which was the one Gisli brought us. He's first player. And yeah, we sort of cheated a little bit, but it turned out it wasn't necessary. Uh, it's called Unexploded Ordnance. I'm sorry I did not have the prep time to make it ready to put it up in the overlay, but basically, you bring 5 obstacles. They were all chosen by Gisli as he was the first players. That was the rule we established. And then you bring 4 bombs, a bomblet, an ion bomb, a proton bomb, and a seismic charge. And as they set up, they had to essentially either pick an asteroid or a bomb, and there were some range restrictions that I don't want to, spend time on.
Mm.
And there was 2 fuse markers put onto each of these bombs. The notable thing is that the seismic charge was placed by Ed, thereby making him the owner, which means that he gets to choose which of the asteroids it removes.
Mhm.
Um, Apart from that, then the fuse markers are removed normally. But in addition to that, then during the end phase, we roll for each bomb device in the play area and roll an attack dice. On a
All right.
focus result, we put 2 more fuse markers on it. On a hit, we
Okay.
remove a fuse marker, and on a crit,
We'll
we
see
remove
this.
all of them.
No change. Okay.
Uh,
Mm.
can
Uh,
you
I'll.
remind? And he's
Should
gonna
I?
be he's gonna be sad about it. You should jump over there and remind
Mm-hmm.
Ed that this roll
Mm-hmm.
also applies to his thermal detonators if
Mm.
he decides to fuse them, so they don't blow up the same turn.
Mm. Ah,
But
so
it
he
does
has to.
not apply to the Cononets
Mm-hmm.
because they're not bombs.
All right. All right.
Okay, let's get the zoom here a little bit better. There we go.
All right. So these bombs are now all going. Well, there are two bombs that are going to be exploding
Oh, they
this
rolled
next
hits.
turn. They
Or
rolled two hits, one for the proton bomb and one for the seismic charge.
okay, and then they what blanked on the others?
Blanked on the others.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you
Two
uh,
blanks, two hits.
have you told Aid about his thermals? Because I think he's gonna drop them,
Yeah. So.
just so he reconsiders whether to fuse them.
Mhm. I'll pop over and let
Yeah,
him know. Okay.
I think it is probably net a benefit for Gisli that, especially that seismic blows early. But it is a lot of ships that he has to chew through on the other side. And 4 of those have free agility.
So yeah, just to be clear, because the environment card says for each bomb device in the play area, roll one attack die,
Yeah,
and a fused thermal would actually be a bomb in the play area.
yeah, that would still be there in the end phase.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was just telling the viewers that I think it's probably advantageous for Gisli that seismic does not linger,
Yeah, it's
because it was a huge gain for it that it got where it got.
It was, but that gain is now sort of ruined because it will just fizzle harmlessly into some rock and probably not do a damage anywhere.
Yeah, but it will
Um,
slow down Gisli's sort of center attack there.
yeah.
He will have to move relatively slow with those ships
Hmm.
to not get into range of neither the um, it's a proton bomb up there
Yeah.
or range one of that asteroid that is closest
Yeah.
to him.
So so
Um,
there's actually like a little belt there that of items that he wants to sort of
yeah,
avoid hitting.
and then there is a good chance that he will have to deal with the bomblet next turn,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and then the ion up top is probably not going to be relevant.
Mm-hmm. All right. He is thermal dropping.
Okay,
Uh,
here
Four of
they
these.
come out. Boom,
Mm-hmm.
boom, boom.
I'm sure he
Does
would
does the
just.
TIE bomber have a one forward?
I
I
believe
think it
it
does, right?
does. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, with Gisli having to go slow with the center ones, I think he would be wise to go slow with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because, I mean, uh, when it played you, it was a different
Mm-hmm.
scenario where each of
Yeah.
you had gotten to pick a special bomb to just equip randomly.
Mhm.
And if I remember correctly, then one of the I-5 V-Wings were carrying an electro proton bomb.
Yeah.
And he did that exact same thing to you. Okay, so he is
Yeah.
fusing one of them.
Mm-hmm.
That is actually interesting, but
Yeah.
probably smart.
He's sort of. If Gisli has gone fast, then he will have to reckon with the back end of the thermals, the range twos. And if he's going too slow, then the front, the range one, the range one, the movement template one bombs will still be in play. But
Oh,
then I think Ayet might actually want. Ooh, nice bump. Uh Ayet might actually want the two thermals that will be remaining in the area to maybe if he could roll an eyeball on one of them, then he probably wouldn't. Um,
no, to
probably
get
wouldn't
some
cry too much.
extra. But uh, I don't know. I mean, I think this puts the bombers out of action for another turn. I mean, they have to one forward and one bank next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since they can't really turn into the center because there's going to be action in there. So I wonder if 8 is going to turn into the center.
Yeah, I would imagine that. I mean, there you go. There.
Oh, wait, he didn't. He already moved his 2.
Mm. I wonder if you can hear my boy practicing his English in the back.
Yeah, just a little bit, but it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So he's selecting actions there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hmm.
Mm, that
Will he
is
want
just
to?
outside the unfused, but I mean, it's
But
free to boost.
will he see it? But I would imagine that. Oh, he
Oh
just
no,
barrel rolls
okay,
to be.
stressed. Yeah. Oh, and Geasley is, well, he has some predators over there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like both Sane and Double Edge would like to be wonked. They have bullseye abilities.
Mm.
Uh, Double Edge isn't now, but at least Sane is.
I want to add with the Saint Marana Certic Strom combo that Gisli has sort of nicked it from one of our players, local players here in Iceland, who has flown it to, well, great sort of surprise effect, Hrekko. So Hrekko loves Saint Marana with the marksmanship, and he has sort of um, excelled in this whole, having Saint add one under your shields, like a one hit, and then uh Certic with even with passive sensors just target locking, some guy when it comes to his turn to shoot,
Yeah,
and then and if you're not prepared for it, then you can be in for a really nasty surprise. Oh, yeah, they're rolling for the, well,
I guess they're removing things.
yeah, I guess they feel that they don't need to.
I mean, technically they're doing it wrong because some of the, I think the proton over there was placed by Gisli, so that should have gone first. First place
Mhm.
bombs detonate first, but
Well,
I don't think it matters.
in light of the fact that it's not okay, so
Yeah,
Aid
that's a good
chooses,
good choice for it there.
mm-hmm, just getting an obstacle out of the way,
Yeah,
and then the proton bomb there just
fizzles
explodes.
and all the fuses should go away now.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll do what they did last turn and take them off when they start rolling for the end phase, because essentially it's the same. Okay, so let's see what we get now.
Oh yeah, because there's no activation.
Oh, two more
Yeah,
fuses.
yeah. So it ends up with two.
Yeah.
No, go in there and stop them.
Well, let's see. They'll probably remove it. I'll Okay, so this one loses its fuse.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because they forgot the end of activation removal.
Yeah,
This one
I'll
also has no fuses,
mm-hmm.
so
And
it has still has no fuses.
mm-hmm. And then this one and no
Yeah,
fuses.
no
Okay.
fuses. Okay,
All
so
right.
will you
And
just
then
go?
yeah,
Oh,
they're doing it.
oh, they're
There
doing
we
it.
go. Yeah, that's
Very
how it.
good. Oh, maybe one of them is listening in on the stream for a great tactical insight.
Mm-hmm. Well, if he is, then he's in deep trouble.
Yes. Okay. So
But
now we know for sure that those two explode. There's no way for them to get more fuses.
mm-hmm.
One of the thermals could linger for quite a while.
Mm-hmm. And and while it lingers, I mean, I'm pretty sure that that could actually sort of delay the bombers quite a bit from their destination.
I think they
So,
just have to prepare themselves to turn in.
mm-hmm,
So if the bottom bomber are two hearts,
mm-hmm,
huh. Oh, I should have set up all the colors. I'm sorry, viewers. It is a especially hard task for me with 12 ships on the table and being colorblind. So we'll just make do and call this a casual game.
mm-hmm.
But I think the bottom bomber can probably two hard without any issues.
All right.
And
Mm,
I don't know if the next one can also two hard. It probably it might get into range of the
of the
bomblet,
bomblet.
and then the last one should just bump.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can just do like one forward with all of them, and um,
Just do like a little slightly more delay action
yeah.
for a turn.
But then he will likely need to turn.
Hmm. I am wondering, eight. Of course, we have the hindsight of knowing how fast Gisli would be going, but imagine if he had just gone all in and fused all of those four thermals. Now that would have been a fairly interesting
Yeah.
uh, scenario, depending on the dice rolls.
Okay, so we see double edge here taking a focus.
Hmm.
Next up is it's twos.
Yeah.
So the two. Oh, Tucker, yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, Tucker is also a nice little combo there.
Hmm.
So if one of his friends shoots at something he has in his arc, he gets a focus.
Yeah. Well, he
Uh,
gets a focus action, so he has to be careful not to be stressed.
yeah,
But
but in theory, if he lines up that bullseye, then he just needs and takes a lock on the right thing, then
hmm.
that procket can be fully modded.
Yeah.
Too bad he's I2.
But yeah, generally, I think that's you know, one of the most fun parts of doing these sorts of challenges and fun games is to see things that you hadn't seen before. And I mean, Tucker is definitely a ship that I think many have overlooked for its utility. I mean, it's not it's not expensive, I believe. It only costs 26 points. So
Yeah,
with this little doodad, because he also has the munitions failsafe, it's 32 points. I mean,
yeah. You basically pay 1 point for that ability over the Gold
over the
Squadron
gold squadron.
troopers who are
Yeah.
similarly at the same initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be range one. Probably fit a
Yeah.
barrel.
Mhm.
Oh, well, it's not going to blow this turn. So he's probably more considering if I boost,
Mhm.
will I be in range one of the other one?
Yeah.
I would guess probably. Okay, so he's keeping tabs on that asteroid. I don't
Mhm.
know if I like that V-wing being like, ah, I'm gonna hit all the bombers.
Mhm. Yeah, I believe I would have at least attempted the barrel roll, even if it's red, just to see if I could get into a slightly better position away from the bombers, or at least sort of delay that particular engagement, if you will.
Yeah, when he goes sane, ready to joust.
Mhm. Ooh.
I mean, there's gonna be exchange of fire there in the middle next turn, huh?
Mhm.
And I'm not sure who are better at that. I mean, even if
Mhm.
they're shooting their little puny guns, the TIE bombers are probably about equal to the V-wings in sort of survivability. They have two more
Mhm.
hull, but one less agility. Okay. Oh, let me just.
Okay, they're rolling for that. Well, they're putting a dice on there to remind themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. No shots this turn, but the fireworks will begin. A blank. Okay,
A
so
blank,
it's just
so it's not this turn either.
yeah.
And yeah, there's a chance it could stick around for many more turns.
Mm-hmm.
We can see none of them have gotten used to the new
Hmm.
feature in
Yeah.
TTS where you can just press F on a focus token, or a lock for that matter, and have it go away.
Oh, is that? Huh.
That's quite fancy. You can flip it, then it goes away.
Ah, that
It
is a
makes
nice
cleanup
visual.
a lot faster.
Yeah, it lessens the need for the black hole, which basically is a must in all of my games because otherwise I get my table gets really messy.
Yeah.
So I would like to ask those of you who are now watching, who if you're doing a gold squadron betting, who would you bet on
Oh
before we
yeah.
close the bet? We don't have stream points, we don't have anything, but if you want to, you can do bet one for eight, two for Gisli, and then just write all because, well, you don't have anything really.
Yeah, we should get a stream bot. But
Yeah, we should get
maybe
us.
just of the kind like how many percent right are people? And
Yeah.
we just track them forever.
Mm-hmm. Um, well, we're getting some responses. Is is this where a certain podcaster would say it's about 50, 52-48 for
My
the Republic?
my heart says Geasley, my brain says it.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. And
and
25 by 5 also into it.
yeah, but he
Yeah.
has bias for that faction. Well, I'm biased towards the Empire myself, but I'm my just sort of looking at the approaches I would sort of probably rather be on the Republic side, but of course we've yet to see what the shooting will bring.
Yeah. I actually think that unless it's like very circumstantial, then I don't think Certic's ability is going to mean much. On the other hand,
Mm,
there are four V-wings on the other side, and um, if Geasley can just get one in, then it's probably worth flipping it when
yeah,
when it's a two-hull ship. No, wait, even if he flips it direct, it just takes a shield.
no, no, oh yeah, it takes.
Yeah, it just does the damage, and that is actually just a shield.
Hmm.
But I mean, if Zane can get bullseye on the same ship twice, then that is essentially a dead ship for the V-wings, as far as they go, at least.
Actually, let me just be completely. Uh, oh yeah, suffer one damage, then repair this card. So,
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think we should forget either that those bombers have um, those annoying colonels.
mm, oh yeah,
Um,
ooh,
yes,
there we go.
there we go. I don't think the last one can. I guess
No,
it can too hard and just yeah.
yeah,
At
it's
least it's
just setting.
pointing in the right direction now.
Hmm.
So bombers ready to joust.
Hmm.
Doublet getting ready to ionize something. Also, I mean, remember that uh, if Gisli gets something ionized and the
Mm,
bombers are in a position to fly over it next turn, then they can ionize it again.
yeah. So
And they can use the bank templates as well.
yeah, it's an interesting feature of the bombers is that they have very well they're designed to bomb and bomb they will. Okay, Tucker gets his target lock.
Okay. Um,
Oh, Aid is thinking about which one he wants to attempt. Hmm. So over to Gisli. 2 forward from Certic.
yeah.
I would just flip the passive. Well, he's thinking about. Oh yeah, he'll do the.
Oh, he is might be in pocket. Is that range two? Is that
I
range two
think
bullseye?
it's. I think it's just out. Oh well, it could be just in actually. It will depend on where the sort of edge.
I'm pretty sure the bullseye's in. It's more meta race. Oh, he's just gonna
That
like, I'm just
boost.
gonna go around.
That boost made it, and it's not a. It's about 2 or 3 millimeters
Yeah, and now we
on the
push into
table.
target lock.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hope
Yeah,
you do.
yeah, he has to, I think.
Yeah, he has to. Just set it up insane.
Mm-hmm. All
There's a
right.
high likelihood of getting that range one shot. Okay. I don't think
Yeah.
that boost can make it.
Mm, doubtful. Well, I guess he could go straight forward, but uh, then he's out of all. He's denying himself the shot with that, I think.
Yeah. Oh, acro style.
Mm-hmm.
Not taking the range one, but choosing the one without a token instead. That might pay off.
Well, I think he's just thinking that he has to get the bombers off the board any way he can. I mean, it's 5 hull, and he has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
But I think I personally would have gone for the range one shot. Even if it's just for the sort
Yeah,
of.
I agree. Take the upside, and I mean, even if you then force the focus spent, then at least there's not a focus on the shot coming back at you.
Yeah.
Okay, and Sane is gonna take that range one, and
Mm-hmm.
Geasley. Look how he also managed to block Sane's ability to roll.
Yeah.
Don't think Sane could have gotten anything in bullseye anyway.
There's a
A
very slight
slight
chance
chance that he has.
yellow or Tucker.
He might
That.
have Tucker. That'll
Mhm.
be fun. I should focus fire Sane. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, this will be a heavy round with the for the for the shooting.
Yeah.
It will be.
And this is contrail. What is it? Let's see. Contrail. If the bearing view revealed maneuver is the same as the enemy ship. And he did two straight.
Yeah.
And
So he can actually.
yeah,
Uh,
Sane went straight. Surtek went straight.
yeah. So he can use his ability on at least those two ships, but I'm guessing he will be attempting to hit Saint Marana.
Yeah, and he can use the ability Insane.
Mm-hmm.
So he can effectively neutralize Zane's defensive focus.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I5.
All right.
And that is Contrail.
Hmm. No, that is yeah, that is control. So
That is Contrail. I wonder if do we think it have remembered the ability?
I would bet against that,
I would also bet against that.
but he remembers he has a lock, so that's a good start for him because he is using the Besh ability.
But that's really weird because Contrail doesn't have that.
Yeah, so
Can
we
you go
should
over there and tell him
yeah.
that he needs to re-roll that dice?
Oh,
Oh, reading cards. So this is what happens when you play lists that you are very, very unfamiliar with. Um, and here comes the reroll, and it's a blank, so no damage on Sane. And then it is Oddball's turn.
yes, it realized belatedly uh, that he had the wrong dude.
Okay, Oddball is going into Surtek.
Hmm.
No, he's changing his mind, going into Sane. Oddball don't have any mods. Why is Oddball stressed?
Oh, because he
Oh,
did
he
a
one banked.
yeah,
Okay, now Sane
but
got the damage.
mm-hmm.
Here we go, Sane. Do you have Bullseye? It is fascinatingly close.
It is. This is basically what happens when I fly Suntir Fell and try to get things into my bullseye.
Yeah.
It it is just out.
So if he had only, you know, bumped it a little bit differently,
Mm-hmm.
it could have been in.
It could have been.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
and
and
Tucker got
Tucker
his
gets his
belated.
yeah, his belated focus token, which he will hope not to spend.
Wait, why did the weren't there two fuse markers on that thermal over there
No,
after the end phase?
there was one. So this is basically now they're finally playing it
Oh
correctly,
yeah,
removing.
true. But there's a chance that it will get more.
Yeah, yeah, in the end phase
Okay, we have Sane shooting here, and
and doing
Tucker
nothing.
valiantly defending.
Mm-hmm.
Then we move to I3,
Mm-hmm.
and here comes
Here,
Gisli's only
Certic strong.
real proper shot this turn.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, two crits.
Oh, you gotta spend that lock now, Surtek.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he doesn't,
He doesn't.
but he gets the crit through.
I mean, if he could have rolled that into a hit, he would have gotten two crits.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what's in the box.
Directed,
Direct. Okay, I
and
should be.
he will spend his lock in the end phase to make him turn over one of those cards. So there's a chance he'll get the third one
Okay,
from the
so Tucker at 3 and Sane at 2, right?
yeah.
Okay, and here goes the weaving, range 2.
Mm-hmm.
So 2v2, and
Doesn't need
that's
the
two
lock.
hits.
Ooh, one through.
One through on number 3.
Mm-hmm. And now we're getting swoop.
Swoop, the
Uh,
hero.
No, no one seems to. Well, he is very much thinking about
Yeah, you should
which one
shoot
to
at
shoot.
Surtek, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Just to
Oh,
keep on pounding that. Oh, well.
yeah, and those free dice attacks are
Yeah.
much, much more likely to penetrate the free agility that
Mm-hmm.
a lot of his ships has. I mean,
Yeah.
it is the I5 that are gonna win this struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, spend.
Okay.
Was it Surtrik?
Ooh, yeah, it was Surgic. And he got all the evades he needed.
Yeah, so it's the bomber's turns. No, we are missing that
It's
one.
yeah.
So this could technically take. Yeah, spend
Now,
lock, spend lock.
yeah, I would spend it on to roll because he can spend it just to turn one. But I think on average,
Rolling will on average give him one,
yeah. So
but spending will increase the chances massively that he puts a crit on. Okay, he's going for the upside.
yeah,
Does
same.
not matter. Same outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Leaning into the variance, and that is a crit.
Ooh, and that crit is a
Disable
disabled
power
power regulator.
regulator. So
So
next
next turn,
turn. Yeah,
yeah.
that is problematic.
Mm-hmm. And now the bombers will get their chance to try and
Yeah, and
stop Tucker from having that. Well, they can't stop him. I mean, he might just decide to suicide away and bet that he has
no,
the
but he already
bullseye
shot.
Tucker.
No, wait, Gisli's first player. Okay, so the twos
Yeah,
have shot. Hit crit Tucker. That's another
another crit.
crit.
Mm-hmm. That is another. Well, that's a structural damage. Not quite what you wanted to see there.
No, I think you go range one here. Oh, that is one lucky re-wing out there. Two
Mm-hmm.
hits. This could be the kill.
It is. Oh,
No,
don't
no,
spend
don't
it.
spend
Don't.
it. Don't spend it.
Ah.
He feels like he has to.
Mm-hmm.
If the last one kills him, it would have been a wasted.
Mm-hmm.
Where did Tucker end up taking his lock? I don't see his lock
Um.
anywhere.
It should
I thought
have been on.
I thought he locked double edge.
Oh, it has it. He locked the bomber.
No. Um, it is rolling too few dice. I don't know if he
No,
did
he
in
has
the if he
structural
did.
damage.
Oh, he's rolling the correct amount of dice.
Yeah, and rolled just enough. Now, see if he had just taken that, he could have procketed Certic. No, but instead he's just firing.
Oh,
Well,
Tucker.
ooh,
Who's he
two
shooting at?
crits. He's shooting at the bomber that he locked and gets two crits in.
Two crits into
Wow.
yellow.
Yeah, bomber number two. And the first one is a loose stabilizer. Now, that's going to be interesting if this one is a direct hit, which it is. So basically, uh, oh yeah, so that guy has 3 hull remaining and
Yeah.
will have two. Oh, Certix is turning one.
Celtic is flipping
So
a
he has
random
a
crit.
decent chance of getting the direct hit, which he does. So Tucker is now dead.
Okay, so that means that it's 32 to 29.
Nice.
It was important for Gisli there to
Yeah.
get those prockets off. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was a mistake for it to
Yeah. I I think he should have just
can you
suicided
just ping
Tucker
can you
and
just ping the bomb to remind them?
yeah, I'll do that if they are not very subtle of me at all.
No, just like here's a dice. Oh, all the fuse markers get removed. So okay, so
All
that's
right.
definitely gonna blow next turn.
Yeah.
Uh, that V-wing that is sort of
Mm-hmm.
leaving, the hero
Yeah.
blue that put the crit
Mm-hmm.
into Sane.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if
I
he
would have
doesn't
just
drop
dropped.
two thermals, I don't know what he's
Yeah.
doing.
I mean, and technically, I mean, I guess. Well, no, it's unlikely that the bombers will go past Pink's trajectory enough for it to matter with a.
Yeah, the other one should probably just K turn.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Oh, Double Edge forgot to shoot.
double edge forgot to shoot.
Hmm.
Why is his turret pointing straight? Oh,
Well,
that is a little bit of extra knowledge. I mean, if he had shot at that time, wouldn't he have shot at Tucker
yeah.
with one hull remaining? Oh well.
Well, he is shooting just a regular shot.
Hit crit
Hmm.
into the hero, the man, the myth, the legend, Swoopy Doop.
And Swoopy Doop takes one,
Swoopy Doop takes one. What's in
which
the
is a crit.
box?
Or did Swoopy Doop have a focus?
They might seem to be agreeing that he had a focus. I don't really know. I mean, it was a little bit weird because,
Yeah.
as I said, he would have shot at Tucker.
Yeah. All right, we're fast approaching the half-hour mark.
Yeah, takes a while with 12 ships on the board.
Yeah.
And I don't think this game is going to go to destruction. I mean, they're both lists are lacking firepower, to
Mm.
be honest.
Well, he destroyed me. No, just kidding. No, I didn't go all the way to destruction, but
Yeah, but you
um,
also you also did him the courtesy of flying all but one of your ships into the electro proton bomb and giving up all your shields for free.
yeah. And one of those very good to have it captured on stream. The moment where you forget one of your ships is stressed and put in a white maneuver when you should have done a blue one. That was fun,
Yeah.
fun bomb
Do you
bomb
think
experience right
do you
there.
think the bottom V wing there can it fit a K turn? I think it can. They have 4Ks, right? Oh, they have 2Ks even.
They have 2K, and he could fit that. And
Gisli could put a sort of bendy one bank Coronet
Connor
there,
now. Mm-hmm.
but I mean, I'm not sure it would care that much.
Okay. Gisli at least has all of his ducks in a row, if you will.
Yeah. So I think you one bank right with the two front bombers and one straight with the rear one,
Mm-hmm.
or do you start being fancy and setting up for some real ion fun?
Mm, I think I'd, if I was Gislet, try and sort of get my bomber sort of into the thick of it to try and sort of take out the fives and
Yeah.
swoop.
Yeah, and
Mm,
I mean, if you go a bit faster with the bombers, there's an increased chance that you can end up sort of just netting swoop.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, he is going to drop a bomb though. From
Draw a
okay.
bomb. He's like, huh? No, that's not the one you want.
No. Mm, yep. There we go. Yep. There we go. That's the one. uh,
Yeah,
this
this is where you spawn the bomb.
is it though. It looks rather wonky from me.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. It
Yeah.
was just a template that looked wrong on my computer.
Okay,
But
so
I think the 2K would actually be a pretty decent move for
the
them.
2K is a great move.
Yeah.
You might, depending on how fast keys they go, you might get another one.
Hmm.
Um, but the other V-wing, the one that is next to Sane,
Hmm.
oh, that one drops? Was that
Yep. The blue one is dropping.
everybody's
Oh,
dropping? Okay.
oh, and the pink one is
No,
dropping.
no, he's only dropping. Oh, that one is dropping one.
And the blue one is
So
dropping two, and he's fusing that in order to sort of keep. Hmm. Why is he putting two fuses on?
I don't know. That's not legal.
Hmm. I will make it legal. Oh wait.
They might be discussing that exact matter right now.
Mhm. Should I just remove the one fuse
Yeah,
or?
just remove one fuse. That's clear signaling and very passive aggressive judging
Hmm.
here. Just like going away, go over taking it, not even telling them anything. What? What are they doing now? Oh, have they read the rules in a way where we haven't? No. Go tell them they're wrong. The just so you know what to tell them. The
Hmm.
the thing with two fuse
Well,
markers only applies
oh
during
yeah,
setup.
yeah.
So stop putting two fuse markers on things. Okay, so no fusing at all. There's gonna be a lot of kabang this turn. So what do you think, stream? Oh,
So
we see Geasley going fast.
they claimed that they'd been doing this the entire time, and I was like, no, this is the first time you add fuse markers to the bombs like
Yeah, I
that.
mean, it dropped and added one fuse to two of
Yeah.
them, but not to the two others. So I don't know what
Hmm.
they are thinking. Okay, and we saw yellow bomber go fast there.
The green is
Uh,
just bumping, and red. Oh, red is going to be eating two thermals.
yeah, there's not a whole lot he can do about that. He can just accept his life.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and we see double edge. Is that also a block attempt?
I believe it is.
That's like blocking the two bank from oddball,
Two back from oddball.
or two bank or two straight for oddball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, I believe it would have been smarter for Gisli to rotate his turret here rather than take that focus. Just rotate that iron cannon turret in
Mm-hmm.
left.
Mm-hmm.
We see Sertric. Uh,
Oh,
oh,
he
well,
tried to bank left,
that's
but
great.
at least he's
I
not
mean,
countered.
he missed the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I never really got to that, but that weaving that Gisli just bumped there did not really have any good moves.
No.
Oh, and we have a block there, but we don't. He only really has like a few guns
Will,
on it.
will any of Aid's ships get actions this turn?
The center bomber that is taking a thing. Uh, no, that's not AIDS. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
no, probably not.
Well,
Oh
green.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
there we go.
Contrail the hero.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, who probably doesn't have arc on anything. Oh, that is a rough one.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I would just,
but you don't want to boost because
yeah. Oh, he is locking with the wrong dude. This is what we call an eagle lock. Oh, he gets a shot at the green bomber, I would imagine.
yeah. So and oddball clears as well.
All right.
And I mean, if he wants to, no, that's a terrible place to be oddball.
Is there ever a good place to be an
But I
oddball?
think he managed to stop before hitting Saint Morana's bullseye. And
Yeah.
remember, next turn, Sane is going to do a one straight.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what does he do this turn? Oh, she got blocked on her 4K, which
Yeah.
was the sensible thing to do if you're going to do a one straight next turn.
Mm-hmm.
But now she is just going to go up and bump oddball next turn.
Yeah.
Uh, which I'm not sure how it is going to penalize.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Zane could just die.
Yeah. Well, let's see how that goes. Okay, he's rolling for his own ship first.
Seven
And
Squadron
loses a
Expert
shield.
loses a shield.
Um, realizes.
Yeah,
There we go.
and then we have the first bomber, nothing, and
And then
Zane, a
nothing.
thing. Okay, and they're getting errors from TTS.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Do I go in there?
Yeah, go in there and go blackhand if you have to help it out. Yep, that is also a solution. Let's see where the second bomb ends up. That's all three bombers. And we'll start with number 2. Takes a strain. And number 1, nothing. And then number 2, who's already quite damaged, takes another strain. That can be. Oh, and it already has a loose stabilizer, so it's defending with 0 dice. That might actually hurt.
Yes, so Aid has some choice words about the fact that his two bombs did 0 damage onto Gisli
Okay,
and
who took a crit there?
disabled power regulator, so he will be Ioned this turn.
So that was Swoop.
Mm-hmm.
And then what else? Scimitar Squadron Pilots takes a strain. And then we
Okay.
have Yella. So he has 2 strains and a loose stabilizer. He's not rolling greens again.
Yeah.
So let me just, can you just check the damage cards on the bombers
Um.
and tell me which one of them used their Cononet?
So the red one, the top one, used their counter net.
So that's number 3.
The one that hasn't taken any damage.
Oh, but don't we have 2 that haven't taken any damage?
No, because the number 2 has taken 3 damage, one of them a loose stabilizer, and number 3 has taken 1 damage. Or am I reading
Oh, no,
this?
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So it is number 2.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not true. It is number 1.
Yeah, you've taken. So yeah.
Mm, structural damage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, what did we miss here in the game?
So, uh, Contrail. Well, Oddball shot and got nothing, and Contrail shot and got 1 crit
Who
versus the one eye, and
who did
then
Oddball
same.
shoot at? The yellow?
I believe he did, but
But and so we rolled 3 dice and rolled nothing.
yeah.
Oh, and here we have Sane.
Mm-hmm.
That is 1 damage onto Oddball.
Mm-hmm.
Boop. But if yellow had defended, they should have removed the strain. So maybe it
Yeah,
shows
they
somebody else. Or
well, maybe he shot at green.
okay, we
Okay,
see
special.
Certic locking on to Oddball here with the
Mm-hmm.
passive sensors, and he's going to town. That's 2
Mm-hmm.
crits.
Ooh,
Hit, crit, crit.
crit, and 2 crits going through.
2 crits going
Um,
through.
which are taken off the
Oh,
shield.
so it's
Wait, he's
Contrail?
shooting. Nah, oddball. He was
Okay,
shooting oddball.
Oddball takes a crit.
Console fire.
It's a console fire. Okay. I
Has
really
same
wonder
run.
who Oddball shot at.
Let me just go quickly and ask them.
Okay, we see Sen engaging here. Probably try to finish oddball at range 1. Yeah, and for you in the stream, I believe that the bomber that is sort of in the middle of the three bombers is the one that has already used its coordinates.
They were shooting at bomber number 3, the green one, so that should have 4 hull remaining instead of 5.
Huh? Okay, why was he shooting at that?
I think because he has some other shots
Okay.
left.
Have you
Okay.
noticed? Oh, here we go. This
I think it's
is this is
a
swoop,
crit into, yep, crit into red.
and that is a hull breach on number 1.
Um, Although if he was shooting into red, why was red rolling 2? Let me go over there again.
Yeah.
'Cause- okay, no difference to the result, but
Oh well,
still.
he lost the focus token at least. Okay, so here comes red on a kill shot at swoop, well, oddball,
Mm-hmm.
and he would have lost that focus token, huh?
Yeah.
But we caught
Well,
Gisli cheating.
Geasley is as Geasley does. No, he.
Here we go. Just one. Why is he only rolling 3 dice? He should have rolled one more dice. Stop them! Stop them! Okay, here we have the extra die. See, he was safe all along. Can't have AIDS incompetence cheating himself.
Okay, well, we saved Oddball from certain death there by reminding
Yep.
Aid he had that his agility is 3
Uh,
and
did he? No, he didn't roll for the console fire yet.
no.
Can you get out a damage token
Oh,
for him for that? Because he's gonna actually they all there's all kinds of crits that should have crit tokens.
yeah.
But
Well,
maybe
they're rolling
maybe
for that now.
but they can't. It's not a bomb. Tell them to stop it.
It's a device. It's supposed to be a.
No. It says during the end phase for each bomb device. It's
Ah,
not a bomb device. Ah,
I've been there too many times already. I'll. So, which one has the console fire?
Oddball has a console fire. There's also somebody with a disabled power regulator, and somebody with ball
They've
breach, and
placed
somebody
that
with loose stabilizer.
they've placed but
Oh yeah, I see that. I see the loose stabilizer. Gotta keep a clean game state. So Gisli is quite up here, but um, we do have one bomber who's one away from giving up 15 more points, and Sane, of course, one away from giving up 14 more points. So it is very much still a game, and we'll probably get this turn, maybe one more, but I wouldn't bet on it. So how its chips looking? I mean, on oddball is one away from giving up 17 points. Yeah, and Swoop is one away from giving up points, and one of the V-Wings is one away from giving up points. So it's probably about even. And I mean,
I mean this could go either way, I think.
yeah, I guess you just drop giving that this might be the last turn.
Mm-hmm.
Then the bottom bomber just drops a colonel as well.
I mean, oh
But
well.
but if you don't
Oh.
have any guns to shoot at it, it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because you need two damage in on these V-wings to get points, and the damaged one is the blue one. So
Mm-hmm. they're they're doubling down on the fuses. I'll just yeah. Okay.
just take them away. Oh, but it's quite important for Gisli to know that for A to know that there are no fuses on that colonel.
Mm. Okay. So I'll go over there.
Okay, so Oddball really needs to complete his maneuver, and it needs to be blue or white because he needs to repair that console fire. He can't take the 50-50 shot of dying. Even though this is probably one of the turns with Oddball, if I know it correct, where just punching in a K turn seems like such a good choice because you're almost guaranteed to get something in bullseye with all these Imperial ships in there. And with the droid he has on, he essentially, if he after red move has something in bullseye, he gets target lock and a calculate. But yeah,
I mean, what I'm thinking is, doesn't green just like a bank Connor net straight into Pink's way, so that he'll have to do the hard turn?
I would think so. But I mean, as I said, it's not gonna matter because there's not gonna be any Imperial ships. Wait, if that one has
He
already dropped its Conan, hasn't
yeah,
it?
he realized it now.
Yeah, because that would
Well,
have fit.
mm,
Ah, go over there again. Oh God. Oh, yeah.
the the
The only
power of nonverbal communication.
exactly the only one good he had.
Mm,
Uh, so I think we're gonna see a turn here where bombs doesn't matter at all. They mattered a lot in this game, but bombs and
yeah.
devices are not gonna matter here. Um,
Hmm.
I think if you are that down rewing, you just do a one hard.
Yeah.
And then you adjust with your boosts and hopefully get close to a bomber you can put at half.
Yeah.
Um, for instance, ideally, number two, which you're right in front of, right? So, which is right in front of you. Okay, now you got to turn that arc easily.
Hmm.
So, also, while you were away, I talked about the fact that Oddball really needs to clear his maneuver here so he can repair that direct hit.
Oh yeah,
Sorry, that
because
that console
the
fire. I mean, he
console fire
cannot
hit.
afford to do a 50-50 on dying.
Yeah, that would be a
And there
shame,
is
wouldn't
the
it?
K turn. He takes a
Um,
damage.
yep. But that doesn't matter at all, because he is now just down to two hull and probably won't have any shots into him anyway.
So that was number two, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's to two hull and
Yeah.
still rolls no agility.
Mm-hmm.
And we have this one that's blocking the two bank and every bank that way. Okay, so they are going after blue. Gisli is seeing points over at the blue V-wing.
Mm-hmm.
It only needs one more damage.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
And uh oh,
that
Sir
is
Trick.
that is an impressive Talon roll. Just fits the behind.
Just fits. Probably gonna have trouble next turn.
Well, if there will be a next turn, which there probably won't, seeing as
Which I
they're what.
probably won't. So that means that it's a no consequences.
Mm-hmm. The best kind of consequences.
And we see swooping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Swoop not in a good place, really.
Oh,
I, ex- I mean, he can shoot at yellow, but that's
oh.
neither here nor there. What are they pinging over there?
Well, it says that he technically could perform a red boost action. Can he do that
Uh,
before he gets the stress?
no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait,
Oh,
why?
he was just
Why would it do? Why would it say that?
because his ability is after a friendly small or medium ship fully executes a speed 3 to 4 maneuver, if it is at range 0 to 1, it may perform a red boost action. So his own ability procs on himself, assuming he
Yeah, but
isn't.
after executing maneuvers, after he gains the
Yeah,
stress.
yeah. So,
So swoop is useless.
pretty much.
Okay, and we went for the two hard here, going into bomber number one. Two damage will
Again,
take him to half,
mhm.
and he has a hull breach, so it's
So,
quite likely.
mhm.
I don't know if I like that lock.
Well,
Oh,
it,
he didn't do it anyway.
no, he moved it over to San Marana. He wants to.
Okay,
Mhm. Ja, hva skjer det?
that makes sense.
AFK for a minute.
Yep. So, and we see Sane going in there with the bump, clearing the stress, not getting her ability off again this turn. Oh, and Oddball fails the 4K.
I am such a great dad, leaving my kid in front of the TV.
Oh, Oddball failed his 4K.
Ooh,
He got blocked by Swoop,
his own
his own.
swoop.
So now
Swoop.
Oddball might have a shot into number three. Is that meaningful? Yeah, it is
Mhm.
meaningful.
Well, but
Okay, so, but yeah, but he still gets to shoot.
mm-hmm,
So Oddball takes a damage from the console fire.
mm-hmm, and then he shoots into number two.
Then he shoots into number two.
Who does number two work for? Ooh, nice. Two hits.
Number two is a two hull.
And
He will
has
probably
to.
spend his focus.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that takes oddball off the table. Where's our good friend Contrail? He's in there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, realistically, he probably also shoots at number two.
Oh, he gets a crit through. Well, he's really shooting at the green one, which is only has two. So
Oh,
now
sorry, yeah,
that the
he
green
shoots
is
at number
number,
three.
yeah, which is now at half points
Yeah, what is the crit?
and panicked. So no consequences crit whatsoever, seeing that this there won't be another turn. Certic Strom. Who are you going to shoot at?
Wait, it has to be Sane first. Oh well, doesn't matter. Sane doesn't have a shot. So Surtech, you shoot somewhere where you have a chance of getting points, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are his options? He has the Shadow Squadron Expert or Contrail. You shoot at the Shadow Squadron Expert, I think.
Yeah, because he
Even
is
though it's
already.
obstructed.
Yeah, I think so because
Or you can shoot at Swoop. Who's he going for?
he. I think he pinged the shadow.
That's two crits.
Mm-hmm.
That's a decent chance of putting one through. But
Oh.
no. The green dice says no. Let's go a little bit
Right.
closer here. Now we can see the Shadow Squadron Expert shooting back. Have
Mm-hmm.
you pointed out who he's shooting at?
He is shooting at Saint Marana
He wants to be sure she dies, which she
and gets
does.
it by quite some margin.
Okay, so now Gisli's lead is down to 8 points.
Ooh,
And here comes Swoop.
the best pilot in the game. Never mind that he blocked his pal's escape, causing him to die. But
Yeah, well, I mean,
mm,
Oddball would have died anyway, but he would have died with mods and a better shot at
mm-hmm.
something.
It's a crit into two green dice because of the strain. Ooh, a crit goes through into yellow. So if this is a direct, it's not. But we have one, two,
So
three, four, five.
we have number two. Didn't that one have structural damage a minute
No,
ago?
no, it did not.
Which one has
It had.
structural damage?
I think it's one of eights actually. That was Tucker who got the structural.
Great job there on the streaming. So
Mm-hmm.
it's at one hull now,
Yeah.
number two.
Mm-hmm.
And now they discovered that they missed shooting with. Oh no, it's still I3.
Yeah.
So,
He is thinking about whether to spend the focus. He decides to do so because
so
it's a hull breach. You don't really want to risk giving up half on
oh,
any
so
more.
it's number one that has a hull bridge. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So number one takes no damage. Still only has one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need to check here. So number three has three cards. Number two has five cards. Number one has one card. Okay.
All right. And then
Uh,
is this? Well, I think double edges. Left, right. All right, so
Yeah, leaning into the points. Nothing.
mhm, shoot at swoop.
Swoop only has one card, right?
Yeah.
Single
So
head. Swoop
mm,
easily swoops around that laser fire.
mhm.
Here comes the ion cannon. Well, it
Ooh,
doesn't,
no valid targets, and we're done. And
but it
it's an
doesn't.
eight
Eight
point.
doesn't eight have any twos?
No, he does not. So should we head over there?
Let's go in there.
Okay, so eight is writing. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, some profanity there.
Some profanities in the chat. Okay, let's go over there
No,
and
he's
see
writing
how.
it on the table.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So,
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello there.
and welcome to no.
Welcome to the dumpster fire.
Yes, absolutely.
That is quite a dumpster fire you have going there. So
Um,
that was pretty close at the end.
Really,
Was it?
what's the score?
The
Yeah.
score is Gisli 66, 858.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
So
in
that is based on Swoop still being on full, Tucker being dead, Oddball being dead, right? That's on your
yeah.
side, and no
Yeah.
the rest being on full. And on
Mm-hmm.
Gisli's side, we have Surtrig at full, Sane dead, Double Edge at full, Scimitar Squadron 1 with 1 damage, 2 at 1 hull,
No.
Mm-hmm.
and
no.
3 at half.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so two half bombers and
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
yeah, 2 half bombers and Sane versus Tucker, Oddball, yeah, versus Tucker and Oddball, I
Oh,
guess.
I
jeez.
would have liked to see some damage on him from my bomblets, but that's just me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there was the bombs were quite important in the beginning at the
Yeah,
beginning bridge.
important as in they just they were just making us stall until they were gone.
Yeah, I said in the like the third round, I realized if we were taking the time and strategized,
Yeah,
obviously you would have set one bomb near the play area of the enemy or something
yep,
to narrow it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you could essentially have forced deployment
Yeah.
by taking a corner rock and deploy the bomb off it into the play area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's when you play these environment cards. I mean, who knows how well balanced they are, and they're especially not balanced if you haven't played them before. I think
yeah,
so. We don't really know what you're going into, and I mean, we only told you it that or reminded you. I don't know if you had figured it out that your thermals would also be affected by the sort of random going and coming um, of fuse markers. And that
Yeah, so when I fused
and
it the first time, that's what threw me off.
yeah,
We started putting fuse
and
markers.
yeah, and at that point you had already sort of turned into a nice spread. Really, I liked your opening. Um, you really channeled Gisli well. The question was whether it was wise to channel him in there
Yeah,
because you'd sort of channel him into a joust that was not in your favor.
yeah. I mean, uh, that was of course I was going to try and leverage the bombs a little bit better
Yeah,
and maybe get lucky on the rolls on the fuses, but eh,
yeah. I would also say, I mean, for Gisli's side, that it happened to just be the same bomber that twice had a good drop angle on the corner nets. So
yeah,
the second time where it had the really good angle,
yeah,
it was out of
and
corner nets.
yeah, I know. I should have
yeah.
reloaded.
I
For
think I rolled too few dice on the what do you call it, weavings in the beginning. It was stuck in
Wait,
my head that they only
yeah.
had two agility.
You have better dice than I did.
Yeah, that's because it's including the bomb rolls.
I mean, I got a few focuses there. You got 2 crits.
You rolled 8 dice and no damage.
Yeah, I was surprised that at one point you didn't shoot at the yellow bomber when it was like I have 2 strain and a structural damage.
Yeah, I had the mods on somebody else.
Yeah. Um, but I mean those bombers they're really sturdy. They just come in and sort of punch people in the face, even with their little puny lasers. But I mean
Yeah.
6 hull.
But I did manage to, use Certic's ability once with great effect.
Yeah, we were actually
I did the thing.
halfway
I did the
debating where
thing.
you did the thing. But I mean, and then afterwards you realized that Double Edge had the shot. But I mean, if you had realized that at the time, you probably
Yeah,
would have
that's
Yeah,
shot at
but
yeah,
that's why we rolled
that's
it
why we
back, and I was
canceled
like,
it.
okay, we
He
canceled.
actually hit me, but then I said,
Yeah,
"But wouldn't you have shot Tucker?" He
yeah,
said, "Yeah, I would have." And then we just canceled the attack as
yeah. Just
Okay.
a missed
I thought
opportunity.
you were debating whether he had
No,
the
no,
focus and just agreed that yeah.
no,
yeah,
no.
no,
Yeah, it's one of those
Yeah.
things. So yeah, but I think it was a great game.
Was it?
No, but I
I
think I must admit that both these games, I know from both of them, the players has been like, no, this was not a great game, but I think it's very watchworthy
okay.
because
That's good.
there's just
We
more moving components.
yeah, we were in the beginning, like when we were self-bumping like crazy. Was like, okay, this is gonna be a horrible game to watch.
yeah,
No, but
yeah. When we were stalling for time at the bombs, and we didn't want to go into the middle because of everything that might go off, and we were like self-bumping in the edges. It was like, oh, this must be boring as fuck.
yeah, but I mean, I think you could say that it was probably quite obvious what you were gonna do, but uh, there was also like it was for commentating it was good at least because it was like okay there's this thing going on so now they're gonna do this and they did.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
any viewers before we shut down here who wants to share any opinions on the game? Was it fun to see these weird scenarios? For those of you who joined late, you probably did see the because it was quite important in the first engagement.
I mean,
There the
this
bombs
is
determined everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, I probably neither of us got good engagement in that way. I mean, we were just not trying to not get hit.
No,
Yeah, not get blocked and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's weird with the fuses.
Yeah.
It's an interesting kind of format or environment card, and I think I would join this more in the third game, maybe that I would play this scenario.
Yeah, I agree.
yep.
Mostly because of the bomb placements and approach.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to think about there because as we saw, the bombs ended up dictating first engagement very hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And not only the bombs that was initially placed, but also the ones you
no.
placed it.
Yeah.
They made, and actually I think this environment card is pretty good for your list. Because it means you can just throw out those thermals, and if you fuse
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
then heaven knows how long they're going to be around.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, they
I
might
wish I had
explain
a
the next
reload.
turn, or yeah,
Uh,
yeah, true. So maybe tie bombers with thermals
Disgusting. Yeah,
that would
just say it.
probably be disgusting. Yeah.
I should have put thermals. No, I don't have the points for it.
No.
Well, I could drop one of the 3 uh, trash ships I have in the list.
Yeah.
But I would say, I mean, it in the last round,
Yep.
if Oddball had just, instead of doing that 4K, if he had 5 forwarded and repaired, then you would have
Sure.
won.
Yeah. Yeah. But I wanted to shoot,
Yeah,
and
and you
I was
had the
hoping
chance
that I
if
could.
he had done the 4K and he had completed it, and
Yeah. Then it would
Swoop
have boosted.
hadn't proven while everybody who sliced Swoop loses, then
He K-turned and he was gonna do the swoop thing, but then we found out he can't do it to himself.
Yeah.
yeah, true. Well, he can, but I mean, it's still an action. So
Yeah.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
but and I mean, and then he blocked Oddball, who then died. But Oddball actually had a good chance with that K turn. I mean, Gisli didn't go there, but
Yeah.
there was a good chance that he could have ended up with double moss and did
Yeah.
the
I was
Oddball
pretty
thing.
confident. I was pretty confident I would land. Gisli would at least not be there, but I didn't. What do you say? I didn't gauge the length of Oddball's K-turn correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you never used Contrail's droid either?
I never did read anything that like would have
No,
given me.
Contrail's droid.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fully execute red maneuver because.
No,
And
Contrail's
I
droid.
have to have a bullseye
Oh yeah,
and do
yeah,
a red maneuver.
the crit one. Yeah,
Yeah, you never used the crit droid.
yeah. You could have used that without having a bullseye.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
the crit droid. Right. I forgot about that guy.
Yeah, and I think Contrail did some damage, so some of that could have been crits.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and then there was the other moment we talked about in the turn where
Oh yeah, you have proton rockets on Tucker.
where Tucker died. You should have
Yeah.
just have let him die. It was at the same initiative, so and then he could have protoned Surtek, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with a little bit of luck, that's half points right there.
Right. But that would require me to remember that I had a proton rocket.
Okay, great. Yeah, because I mean, initially we were sort of tooting to chat that you had an advantage over Gisli because you had actually played your list before.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
which
yeah.
reminds me, we have to pay out our bets, and you all lose because everyone bet on it.
Everybody better than it. There was one person who said that in his heart he wanted Gisli to win, but in the brain it was like 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to disappoint you guys. This is a game I absolutely wanted to lose.
I mean,
And,
Ayat is a lot better player than I am, so.
Yeah, I know.
But why didn't you bring Phantoms, Gisli?
I mean, I could have.
Yeah.
Double Edge and the Phantoms.
Mm-hmm.
No, I had to pick 2, right?
Yeah, you had
Yeah.
to pick 2.
So two of the cheapest, and then fill up with phantoms.
Yeah,
Mhm.
2 of the cheapest and then 2 Phantoms.
Yeah.
You could have done that, but then you'd be playing by yourself.
Yeah, I know. Which is why
Then you still would have won. So
I wouldn't have won everybody's heart, right?
no, it's true.
And
I
I probably
usually
would have,
win when I play by myself.
and I probably would have needed to play 2 games with this list.
Yeah, I'm actually
yourself.
quite amazed because my initial feeling when I looked at the factions after I picked out the restricted list for you,
Yeah.
I thought that I might have been too harsh on Empire because Double Edge and Surtic are useless, and the other
Yeah, I
choices
know.
you had were worse.
Yeah, I know.
So I would say I think you picked the best 2, but they're still pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, I know.
And one of them
And
one of them
I
is
mean,
an aggressor, so I don't
What do you
know if it
mean?
is active.
Chertek scored the winning point. What do you mean?
Double Edge, he was able to shoot once in the game, right? I think so.
Yeah, fly better.
No, he didn't shoot because we rolled it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. But also his turret should have been out to the side from the beginning.
No, I wanted to put it in the front because I have
He
2
wanted to
guns
double
and
tap.
it's double edged and get predator and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Predator is only on primary.
Yeah, I know.
but yeah.
Maybe.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, but that means that he could have, shot with primary, and if he still missed, he could have tapped with the turret.
Yeah, only if the turret was. Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
Does it have to be
Yeah.
the same target?
No, no,
No.
no, no.
Okay. I think
I think I think everybody can deduce that we really don't know our lists.
no. But I mean, someday somebody is gonna find a situation where Swoop's ability is good. I don't
Yeah,
know when or how,
Mm.
but maybe.
Do you really think so? I doubt
it'll
it.
it'll probably be on a kitchen table and interpreted incorrectly.
Well,
But
when
I'm
but you know what? I did fly an aggressor. I did fly a bad aggressor. I mean,
yeah,
and I did fly uh, IX1, which is not Vader. And actually, at one time, I was looking at it and I was like, "Oh yeah, I have a linked action. Should I maybe use it?" I was like,
yeah.
"Nah, not now."
It was also a very strong talent roll there at the end.
Ah,
Like, I'm just gonna go all the way near to this rock. It doesn't matter. There's no second turn.
nope.
Okay.
Well, I could have one backed out of it, so
But
I,
thank you for playing in my little multi-part challenge here.
yep.
This means that already on the next podcast, Gisli, you can prepare
Oh,
a challenge for somebody.
oh God.
Yeah, that's your
Just
headache.
So you have until
oh man.
Thursday, where I guess we will be recording. And
Oh,
here goes the flipping. Um,
it had to happen, right?
Way to
fantastic.
flip the board on stream, dude.
Yeah, I know.
that's the best
Yeah.
way to flip.
And otherwise, to all of you watching,
Yep.
thank you for coming, and have a good
Thank you for
one.
the game.
Ja, ja,
Uh,
tack för leken.
tack, tack, tack.
Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
bye, bye,
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, we're going with the
Bye.
Imperial theme. You won, Gisli.
Nerds. So